Hey, what's up? I'm Brandon, and welcome to NCCTV. We are here to showcase our industry experts on how to install doors and windows, selecting interior cabinet hardware, or selecting a cabinet door. Regardless of what the topic might be, we're going to provide you with as much content so that you can make these educated decisions effectively. What? Are we filming?
Yeah, do you?
Oh.
Deal with great guys like Brandon at NCC.
Yeah, deal with great guys like us. Whether you're renovating your home or building a new home, or if you're a builder, make sure to go hit the bell button at the top so you can take advantage of this great information that we're going to provide for you.
Hello everyone, welcome to NCCTV. My name is Felipe Barradas and I started Firmin Abatement Specialist in 2015. So we're about to turn 6 years. When our company first started, it was 3 of us and we started with a truck and a trailer and a bit of equipment to get us going. So since that moment we have grown to 6 staff and all our equipment is paid for at the moment, which is a great feeling. Today we're working in a home, the basement. We were doing a regular demolition for it and we tested the tiles for asbestos. They were underneath the carpet. So sometimes these things happen and the first thing we did was stop work and send away those floor tiles for asbestos testing. And the tile itself and the mastic came back positive for asbestos. Asbestos was widely used since the 30s, but where it was really the booming time of asbestos was the 60s and the 70s.
You'll find a scene like this in nearly every village, town, and city throughout the country. Well, Mrs. Adams, we've been admiring your new home. What has been your experience with these asbestos cement sidewalls?
Well, we've been very pleased.
And so, we suggest you consider this material for the walls of your home. Designed to last a lifetime. A trouble-free lifetime. Trouble-free lifetime.
Once people started realizing how dangerous it was for the workers, asbestos cutting and handling it, then they banned it in Canada in 1984. And because of the deadline, we always suggest our clients to test everything before 1990 in case one of the retailers decided to, oh, I'll give you a great discount, 50% off on this flooring, yet the flooring is asbestos. The wrong thing to do when dealing with asbestos is to think that it's a small project. It does involve a lot of steps. First of all, your safety, and secondly, the safety of the property. And down the road, the safety of the people that are handling the asbestos. In this case, it could be the landfill staff or even the person that is picking up the garbage bin at the backyard. We have 3 levels of work in asbestos. We have low risk, medium risk, and high risk asbestos work. A low risk asbestos like floor tiles, it will cost you somewhere between $3.50 when they are lifting by themselves, up to $6 when we do have to use power equipment to get rid of them. A medium risk job is where we're doing like drywall dust. It's very messy and we need to bring equipment to keep the dust down. That's a negative air and it will range from $7 a square foot up to $10, $11 a square foot. And then we have the high risk, which involves for us taking a shower after every shift. We bring into the home a temporary shower and then it does take a lot of time to get the crew going back and forth in between shifts. So the cost ranges for high risk between $15 up to $25 per square foot. The first thing that we do when we get to a job site project is to isolate the work area. We build barriers to prevent the dust from going from room to room where we're working. The second step is to remove the airflow. All the homes here in Regina, or most of them, will have a furnace. So the furnace has to be shut down and isolated from the working area. So we don't distribute air throughout the house. The third thing that we do is engineering, where we set up a negative air machine exhausting outside the house. That prevents any fibers from getting loose even within the working area. They get filtered out and then exhausted outside with clean air. And the last step is for us to wear the right PPE equipment, where we decided to either get a half mask respirator or a PAPR respirator, all the way to Tyvek suits and get to the shower. Okay guys, so I want to show you a little bit of why it's so expensive to do asbestos. It takes a longer time to get set up. Even though we're just gonna do, for example, a drywall, we still have to suit up and get our masks done. So, this is the first step. We need to suit up so we can protect our clothing. These are non-breathable suits as well, and they cover you everything, all the way from the boots that you're using for working, and then the booties, they are reinforced so they don't break as easily. Low risk project, we're using a half mask respirator, and then we use them with P100 filters for particulate. And then I already got fit tested with the smoke. So this is my respirator and it's personal. All our staff has their own half mask respirators and they get changed about every 6 months or sooner.
So here's our suit. This is for a low-risk project.
And this is the next level. When we're doing medium or high risk, we use these respirators. They are PAPRs, Power Air Purifier Respirator. And it has a motor, P100 filter, and it attaches to a battery. Same thing, this mask was fit tested for me. This is actually a demo model because we retired it already. We usually change these ones every 2 years or more because they get pretty worn out on the face and then we start failing testing. Smoke test for these ones is done on every project. I think that's it. And that's the hardest part with the suits, right? So, and once we're working too, people need to understand that it's not only just going and demolishing with a sledgehammer the drywall, we actually had to take it down properly to minimize the dust. After we take it down, we had to spray and mist the air to keep that dust even down lower. After that, we cut it in smaller pieces, put it in a bag, tie down the bag, wash the bag, put it in another bag, and then take it outside. So the process to remove asbestos is very detail-oriented. It takes time, and that's why the cost is so much larger than a regular demo, for example. Yet, we are protecting the home by keeping the dust down, washing everything down, and when we dispose of it, all the people that have to handle that garbage, they have no chance of exposure. As we are taking off the suits, we have to do it inside out, because obviously these could have asbestos fibers, and this is clean. So we're taking it slowly, and we're rolling it down. And then it goes into an asbestos bag. Once we finish the work itself and removing the waste from the site, then we do a thorough cleanup. HEPA vacuuming, it's required, and our equipment is tested every year to make sure that it complies with 99.97 filtration. HEPA vacuum, wet wiping, or washing. We wash walls, we wash floors. Usually everything is covered, so even though it's just poly, we still have to wash it. After we wash it down, we apply a product called encapsulant. And this encapsulant traps any fibers that we cannot see. They are so small, can't be seen, and we use an airless sprayer. So when we are spraying, all of these fibers get stuck to the poly or to the building material. In this case, it's going to be the concrete floor, and then they are completely locked down and sealed up, so they cannot get loose again. In high-risk projects, the last step, this is for our low and medium risk projects, and when we get to the high risk, we need to hire a consultant that comes in at the end of it, and before we tear down, he takes an air sampling. He runs it for a few hours, very high velocity, to make sure that there's no asbestos fibers lingering in the air. If for any reason we fail a clearance test, we have to re-clean the space that we're working on, encapsulate once more, and run another clearance test. Thank you very much, guys, for watching, and make sure to like the video, share it with your friends. You can also find us at firmin.ca, Firmin Abatement Specialists, in Instagram and Facebook as well. And lastly, make sure to subscribe to our channel and get the notifications so you can get news on the new videos. Again, this is Firmin Abatement with NCC Group, and see you guys again soon. Easy. That's right.
One more thing. Make sure to comment right there.